Hello Namibia, and welcome to your daily lunchtime show where we get to catch up on current events and headlines that are in the news. I am your host Priska Agnolo and you are watching NMH at 1. Do stay tuned for news about a controversial property sale in Walvis Bay, a word from Standard Bank Namibia's new CEO, Mersha Gaises, and a businessman in Swakopmund echoing the positive outlook at the coast for a good festive season as far as tourism and trade goes. Today, we start with your COVID-19 monitor, which maps daily average cases of more than 2 reported in the country's health districts on a week-on-week basis. Windhoek, with an average of 30 cases per day, and Luderitz, with an average of 11, are reporting the most of Namibia's cases at the moment. The national daily average has decreased to 63, but the top of the curve is still showing an upward curve. The towers in our graphic showing cases since 17 June clearly shows new upsurges in the capital city of Windhoek. Zooming into the central parts of Namibia, Swakopmund and Gobabis continue to report an average of 2 cases per day, while Walvis Bay's number increased to 3. Windhoek's average is lower than the 37 for the previous 7 days, and in Rehoboth the average decreased from 5 to 3. Omaruru and Otjiwarongo also experienced an increase in new cases. Both these districts are averaging 2 positive results per day. So please do your bit to protect yourself and others. Let's go for a quick ad break and we'll be right back to look at the first video insert for the day. The newly elected City Council of Walvis Bay this week halted the sale of about 200 erven in order to iron out possible problems with the bidding process. Mayor Trevino Forbes explained the decision to those who camped outside the municipal offices to make sure they get the first chance to make offers.
I'm not going to discuss any particulars why we stopped the sale of the erven. It's not stopped, it's postponed until further notice. The current council needs to sit down and look through the terms and conditions of the sale of this erven. Because of previous fraud in land, we cannot allow land deals to continue unless we as the current council go through it. So I suggest you guys do me a favor. Get 3 or 4 people together to represent you, and then you come to my office. Then we speak this out properly. You are also welcome to include the activists if you want to.
One of them, yes.
You are one of them.
I'm one of them.
Then you are more than welcome.
Yes.
You also join.
Yeah.
But we do not want instigators. We do not want people to instigate you. We want people to tell you what to say. You know what you want. Come to us. Let's speak. We'll clarify everything for you in a dignified way. Not like this. Are we clear?
No.
Are you guys happy?
Yeah.
Are you happy now? The ones that are here, are you happy?
I so far. For the one, that's why I say. I think all of them should be here. Like they were here.
Shafa, the people that want answers, they are here. The others will join them. They will come. It's fine.
Let's respect the worship, Safa. No.
I see the sale of the erven are for all potential residents instead of not for first-time buyers. Is it not a disadvantage for the first-time buyers?
That is one of the problems. Those are the things we are looking at, the terms and conditions, everything. Those are things we must look at.
Oscar?
So you will have people that own property, buying property. Huge lands of property can be bought by anybody. It's wrong. It's wrong. The whole procedure is not correct. So we need to look through these things and make sure that it's done correctly. The new council can't just take up things left behind by the old council. If things go badly, then what do? You come back to the new council and you say it's because of you that these things happened. There's already problems regarding land. in our town. So we need to sort these things out before we continue with any more land deals in the future. Everybody happy?
Yes,
Your worship.
Yes.
To be honest with you, we are also not supporting this nonsense of property developers who are competing with us, the first buyer. It's impossible.
It's not right.
We're not around that also.
Okay.
And I can tell you all today, while I'm standing here,
Yeah.
if there's issues regarding the community, I will come see you. I will come to you and I will come speak to you. Just let me know. Let's do things the right way. If you have problems, take it up in a proper manner. Come see me, or I will come see you. Let's just work something out. There's no need to badmouth or to do anything on social media to tarnish the reputation of the current council municipality. Meet us, talk to us, and from there we can take it further.
Your worship, we just want to thank you for the answer you're giving to us so that you can bring order into that. But you also wanted to allude to you something. What happened to the list of people who was already waiting for houses, or any other list for that matter that you are finding in your office? Are we gonna document it and approve it, or anybody else comes now and then jump on it? Just for your information, you say you're gonna have a meeting, but I just want to put it to you so that you can also look into it. If it's a pre-existing list, let us make it public and let everybody go on that list. And the order that you're speaking here, let us obey it and respect your worship that way. Then we know everybody else is orderly and everybody can get earth as it becomes available. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you so much. Those are all things we must look at.
Yes.
All of these things are things we must look at.
Yes.
The council only was sworn in on Monday.
Yes.
We've only been here for a week. We are supposed to be on recess. So these things would have happened with us being gone.
Yes.
But we stayed behind. And that's,
The condition, His Worship, the condition we wrote, we read that notice. The condition that was placed, especially condition number 3. To be quite honest with you, we cannot, as the first buyer, and we don't have enough a lot of money like property developers. We cannot compete with property developers and corporate businesses. We cannot. And we from our side, we are not going to allow that. To be honest with you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys.
After a very tough year, some businesses at the coast are looking forward to a good festive season. This is what Raymond Spall of Swakopmund had to say.
Hi, Ray here from the Made in Namibia collection at Swakopmund. Landria, you asked me yesterday what can I expect, or what do I expect for the end of the year, for December. And funny enough, yesterday made me really think about that question, because while I was preparing the sales and that and sending them out to the suppliers, I actually put down there what we expect. We actually got more than what we expected. The turnout in November and the sales in November were far exceeded what we expected. So fantastic. And I thought, what about December? Knowing that there's a lot of Binnenlanders, a lot of the inlanders coming down, apparently a lot of South Africans as well. So, I think if anything, it's more hope. And that is that for all the hard work that myself, Mel, my wife, as well as all the suppliers in the shop, the amount of work that everybody's done in order to get their stock here, I hope that Namibians will support local, that we will continue to grow as we have done in November. And that, if anything, would be what I would like, not so much to expect, but to hope for. Okay, so if you want Christmas presents, please stop by, have a look, come browse. We're open 7 days a week.
It's all about waking up early with the kids, some hot cocoa with the cinnamon stick, little something extra in that eggnog. Mama's in the kitchen humming a song, oh holy night, and jingle bells, her favorite song. If you couldn't tell, that tells a story around the tree. Holidays is all about family. You lean over and giving me a kiss. That's all I want. That's all I want for Christmas.
Now for the front pages of Namibia's daily newspapers. Today's Namibian Sun leads with President Hage Geingoob's reaction to the losses that the ruling party suffered in last week's elections. According to Republican, farmers are facing an onslaught of theft and poaching worse than at any time before. Read in the Allgemeine Zeitung detail of Namibia's plan to sell 170 elephants of its population of between 23,000 and 24,000 animals in order to control this population and earn money from it, while at the same time trying to lower chances of human-wildlife contact. The Namibian reports that the fragile opposition coalition in the city of Windhoek is already showing tensions from the Landless People's Movement, LPM, openly taking aim at AR Mayor Job Amupanda's seemingly softening stance on land issues. New Era tells why a planned land sale in Walvis Bay was halted and also honors veteran journalist Crispin Inambao, who passed away on Thursday. Here are some of the highlights from inside today's papers. Get the detail of Nictus and Namibia Post and Telecommunication Holdings financial results in Market Watch. And in careers, you can read inspiring stories from the world of work. Business guru Sven Time shares his story, and Hans Caron tells how he started working as a driver and now manages Trans-Namib rail operations. Inspiring examples indeed. The Namibian Sun's editor on a 2-page spread looks at what happened over the year since the fish rot scandal was exposed. While Republican reports on the detailed reasons why re-elections will be required in Mariental Rural, Aruab, Kois and Stampriet. Allgemeine Zeitung shows a picture of the new police barracks in the same town of Aruab, constructed at a cost of 15 million Namibian dollars. In the Namibian's cartoon, artist Dudley takes aim at the same infighting in Windhoek, leading this newspaper today. A New Era puts President Geingob on record that central government will not financially starve or in other ways obstruct regional councils and local authorities now ruled by the opposition.
It's all about waking up early with the kids, some hot cocoa with the cinnamon stick, little something extra in that eggnog. Mama's in the kitchen humming a song, oh holy night, and jingle bells, her favorite song. If you couldn't tell, that tells a story around the tree. Holidays is all about family. You lean over and giving me a kiss. That's all I want. That's all I want for Christmas.
And now we move on to our interview segment for today. Every second Wednesday, NMH publishes a Business 7 Focus, which is a focus business and finance edition. This week, the recently appointed CEO of Standard Bank Namibia Holdings, Mersha Gaises, was interviewed in length. Here is the advice that she shared with young women who aspire to climb the ladder in the corporate world.
I think what I would say to the young women out there is that when you start off with your career, you have to be extremely self-aware. And self-aware means that you need to evaluate your abilities objectively. Be honest and true to yourself about your strengths as well as your development areas. And once you've identified those, you need to choose a mentor and a coach in the workplace that has a very sincere interest in growing and developing people, which I believe I have been fortunate to come across in my career. I've been extremely fortunate to work with business leaders like Mr. Kavachap. I have been founded by a lady known as Brigitte Weigert, and she's been an iron lady, very difficult coach and mentor during my early days. but it was quite necessary for me to go through those tough hands and get the right coaching and exposure that I needed to grow. The second big thing is that you need to make sure that you take initiative beyond your job description. And this does not mean that you have to do more than your male counterparts or that you have to work extra long hours. It simply means that you have to become the person that others count on. You have to be that reliable person that can be trusted with key and big mandates. And once you have earned that trust, you need to deliver consistently on those key mandates that you get. And then thirdly, you need to have a strong social support system. You have to select your partner very carefully, and you also have to make sure that as a woman, you've got a support base at home that enables you to kind of be on a springboard and you can deliver. So that would be my short advice.
Definitely sound advice, and I'm sure it will be of great value to our young women out there watching this program. Ms. Gaises, we wish you the best of luck. We thank you for your time, and we'll definitely speak to you in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Business 7 will be published again from late January, so do make an appointment every other Wednesday with Jo Marie Duddy. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our show. I've been your host, Priska Agnolo, and thank you so much for tuning in to NMH at 1 today. Do stay tuned for a quick snapshot of the weather, and we hope to see you at the same time and same place next week as well. Do have a lovely weekend ahead. Goodbye, Namibia.